Here are a few reasons why you do not need another gun. I know, calm down. Stick with me for a minute. Now let's say you just purchased a gun, whether it be your first gun or your 30th gun. You have the gun now. What are some things that you need to acquire before getting another gun? So you went out, you got your first gun, or like I said, your 30th. We're all clear. Now, what should you do to this gun and with this gun before you go purchase another one? Well, first thing you need is ammo. This is just an expensive paperweight if you have no ammo, okay? So make sure if you're buying a firearm, you also have enough money set away to make sure that you can buy 500, 1,000 rounds of ammo. Because again, without ammunition, this is a really expensive paperweight. Now, the second thing that you're gonna need for your firearm is going to be a home for it. And that's going to be a holster. You need a holster for any of your firearms because they need to be secured, and that trigger well needs to be properly covered so nothing can get in there and negligently discharge your firearm. Now, it doesn't have to be something like this with the sidecar, with the extra mag, with the wedge on the back. It doesn't have to be that. There's plenty of holster companies out there. There's Tier 1, which this is. They have LAS, they have Safariland, of course. There's a bunch of them. But if you want to save a little bit of money and not go the custom route, you can always jump on Amazon. Amazon has holsters for virtually any gun that you're possibly going to buy, okay? And same thing, just right in there. You must have a retention system and a holster for your firearm. Do not carry your firearm like this. That is stupid. You will shoot something that you don't want to lose. Number three is going to be an optic. Now, I know you can shoot guns with iron sight. They've been doing it since the beginning of guns, right? But I've never heard somebody say, you know what? A red dot or green, whatever it may be, is harder. You don't want to ever be in a situation where it's a fair fight, right? Because somebody may say something like, oh, well, red dots make it easier. Duh. I want to be able to get a better sight picture on my target without me actually having to align my iron sights correctly. You want to make things easier. You can drive without power steering, but it's harder. So make sure you get a good sight, a good optic for your firearm. That's number three. Number four, this is going to be a big debate between some people, but I think that every firearm that you own should have a light source on it. Just because most of the time that you may be walking around with your gun is in the daylight, most of the things go bump in the night. So you want to have a good light source on your firearm as well. You cannot shoot what you can't see. You need to have PID, which is proper identification of a target that you may be needing to use this firearm for. Let's say it's your bedside gun. Most people are going to try to break into your house at nighttime. So if you can't see what you're shooting at, that puts you and your family, if you have one, at risk. So you want to make sure that you can properly identify any threat at any time of the day. Last but not least, you need more magazines. Okay, if you just have the magazines that the gun comes with, you're doing yourself a massive disservice. Okay, a lot of guns these days are cheaping out. Some may only come with one. A lot of them come with two now. If you only have two mags for your gun, you're doing yourself a disservice. In my opinion, you need to have at least 5 to 10 mags for every single gun that you own. And that's just with a pistol. We're not talking rifle magazines. You need to have multiple magazines before you go and purchase a new gun. And lastly, all of these things are super cool, but you have to get out and train. You're not going to be able to just pick up a gun and know how to use it. Trust me, I've seen people come to the range and come to classes and they think that they are John Wick, and I promise you they are so far from it. I would trust my children with guns in their hands before I trust some of these adults. And you've seen it, you've probably seen it online plenty of times. You have to train. It doesn't matter if you have 1 weapon, 5 weapons, 30 weapons. You have to train with those weapons in order to be proficient enough to use them in any scenario where you or your family's life may be in danger. Now go out and buy a new gun, accessorize it with everything that we just saw in this video, get out and train, which is the most important part. This is Lenny with Last Line Tactical. Train, execute, survive.